Hi, and welcome to the Lowe's Shop class, where this time we're making a pub table with matching stools. And I'll be starting by making the legs for the table. So, let's get into the shop and get started. Now, the table legs are unique for this project, in that instead of being made of a single piece of wood, each leg is made of 4 pieces with beveled edges that we sort of join together to make a box. So I'll start by cutting all of the pieces for the legs that I need to length on the miter saw. But before you do that, add a ½ inch to the length of each piece. That way later, when the legs are glued up and dried, we can square them all up and cut them to the same length. And of course, as always, anytime you use power tools, eye protection and hearing protection are a must. Now, I'm going to show you how to assemble one of the legs, and then you can just repeat the process to build the other 3. I've got all of the pieces cut to length, so now I want to add the bevel. And I'll do that by setting my table saw to 45 degrees and then ripping a bevel along both long edges of each board. Now, when your boards are finished, they should look something like this, and they'll come together on these bevels here. Now, you could try to fit all of this together by hand, but I've got a little trick for you to make the whole thing a lot easier. Take some packing tape and lay 3 pieces of tape down on your bench, sticky side up, and each piece should be about 12 inches long. Then take your first board and lay it on top of the tape so that it's perpendicular to the tape. Then take your next board and lay it down so that its bevel butts up against the bevel of the first board. And then repeat that with the third and the fourth board. Then apply some glue to the bevels and use the tape to roll the 4 pieces up so that they form the square. Then you can apply pressure with the tape so that it'll hold everything tight while the glue sets. And while that's drying, we can go ahead and build the other 3 legs. Now, while the legs are drying, this is a great time to cut the small foot pieces that'll go on the bottom of each leg on the miter saw. Now, once the legs are all done, you may notice you have some gaps in the bevels. That's okay. You're going to fill those in later with some wood filler. You may also notice that the ends aren't flat. So, on one end of each of the legs, using your miter saw, cut off a blade width. That'll bring it square. Then from that end, measure out the correct length for the leg and cut that on the miter saw as well. Once your legs are cut, apply some glue to the foot pieces and attach them using nails. And there we go. Our legs are complete. Now join me next time when we construct the top for the table and then assemble it all together. I'll see you then.